Hi, welcome to Movie Life, where movies come to life. Today we're going to go over the 7 most non-known Star Wars facts. Now that don't sound right, does it? Let me see here. We're going to be going over the seven crazy facts about Star Wars. How about that? So let's start. Number 7 on our list. Now I rank these in order in which I find them very interesting. And before we get started, how about you, if you're new to this channel, you hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. Number 7. In the very early writing stages of Empire Strikes Back, Yoda's name was going to be Buffy. Imagine the great 800-year-old Jedi Master named Buffy. I don't think that would have flown, but what do I know? Wow. Maybe I should have moved that to number 1, because that is kind of shocking. Who would have named... Well, we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and that's a pretty good show, and now, we associate Buffy being a badass, vampire killer. So, who knows? Maybe Buffy the Jedi Master would have been a household norm. Anyways, number 6. Nobody says the word Ewok in Return of the Jedi. However, the name is used in the script. The name Ewok did appear on the made-for-TV movies, The Ewok Adventures. Yeah, I just read that. So that's why it sounded like that. Well, the Caravan of Courage and the Ewok Adventures, the Battle for Endor, were, like I said, made-for-TV movies. They weren't very good, but as an adult, I have gone back and watched them, and it is really funny. I know I'm getting off subject here, but what I find funny about it is that, Jedi Knights and the Sith Lords are based off of medieval characters. And in the Battle for Endor, I believe it's the Battle for Endor, maybe it's the other one, but one of them, the little girl, her mom and dad gets killed, and her and Wicket get captured, and they run across the diabetes guy, the guy from Cocoon, and they have to go break out the Ewoks. Well, these monster men, whatever characters they are, they live in a castle like medieval times, and they use swords like medieval times. And that's pretty interesting to me. I find that funny. That's kind of, I didn't realize that as a kid growing up and watching these movies. Of course, I loved them at the time. But now when I go back and watch them, it's like, wow, that's the knight, the Jedi Knights. These guys live in a castle that looks like nothing from Star Wars. It looks like it's from, King Henry VIII or whoever, Alright, so let's move it along. Number 5. Chewbacca had to be chaperoned everywhere he went during filming in California. The reason? To keep bear hunters from shooting him. Think about that. That is hilarious. I never thought about the gun aspect of it. I figured people would be, taking Polaroids of him, thinking he's Bigfoot or something. But that is hilarious to think that, they would have to have these guys running around with him with bright orange vests on to keep hunters from thinking he's a bear. That's hilarious. Number 4. A Jawa sandcrawler was mistaken for a military vehicle during the filming of New Hope. Liberia threatened to go to war with Tunisia if they didn't move it away from the border. Now that's kind of funny. For them to threaten another government, thinking that government has military vehicles. Imagine that. That's bigger than any tank. That would be kind of scary. The Jawa sandcrawler, that thing is huge. That would, back in the day, they would think, wow, what is this piece of equipment? Holy cow, you're transporting men across the border to fight. That is hilarious. Think about. Number 3. Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber had "Bad Motherfucker" engraved on it, just like his wallet in the movie Pulp Fiction. Now, that is funny. But if you ever get a chance, I want you to go look up the amount of movies Samuel L. Jackson has been in. This guy has been, I don't know the actual number, but I swear he has been in 1,000 movies. He is the number one brother when it comes to filling your quota, I guess. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just, I love him. I love him as an actor, and it is hilarious to see him in all these different movies, and for him to be a Jedi Knight, I think it's pretty cool too, even though he did request it. You know, at first when I heard that, I thought that was kind of cheesy. You know, I want to be a Jedi and I want a different color lightsaber, but now when you look back, he's a powerful character, and he had a little evil in him too, because remember, he was going to kill Senator Palpatine, which is not the Jedi way. Which kind of completed Anakin's change to the dark side, because he realized all the lies that Palpatine had been feeding him about the Jedi being corrupt was now coming true and right in front of his eyes. Number 2. The original ending to Return of the Jedi had Luke becoming Darth Vader. Now, that would have been a good story. But there's one problem. We wouldn't have all these new awesome storylines and movies that we have now, which I do love, by the way. As a kid, though, I remember my dad, me and him sitting in the living room watching Return of the Jedi on TV, and him seeing the ending. Now, I had saw it in the theaters already, but when it come on TV, my dad didn't hardly ever go to the theaters. But him saying, ooh, in the 4th movie, Luke's going to be evil. He could feel it. He could sense it. And that's funny to read and to learn that originally he was going to be evil. And wow, why didn't Lucas have a 4th movie is beyond me. But anyways, I think that would have been cool to see Luke as evil. But I kind of liked it that he ended up being the only Skywalker that really had any sense to him, except for he was going to kill Kylo, which is, I didn't even think about that till now. So yeah, that's very interesting that all them Skywalkers had a little bad in them, didn't they? Number 1, in the original draft of Star Wars, R2-D2 was going to speak English. Imagine knowing what the fan favorite droid said instead of us using our imagination. I think I like the beeps better, and they did a fantastic job of displaying his emotions. His, her, do they even clarify if it's a he or her? But anyways, his beeps, when he's excited or he's upset, they was able to put those beeps together to make us feel his emotion. And also the other actors are responding to help us use our imagination on what he's saying. So yeah, that's pretty cool to think that he was going to be English. I wouldn't like that now that I've grown up with the beeps and the boops and the whatever it is. But that is an interesting fact. So I hope you liked these 7 awesome facts, or never known facts, or 7 crazy facts of Star Wars. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Leave me a comment in the comment section. If you have some other unknown facts or can add to these, leave it in the comments. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.